All right, chat. How are we doing this evening? I'm trying to get over to my face. There we go. There we go.
There's the big
and that button
himself.
doesn't fucking work. Okay, great. Thank you, Stream Deck.
Can't take that.
Oh, now it works. Cool. I had to just like, I guess, refresh the fucking button or whatever. Let's see here. If I pick Kyle stream. Discord.
I got you up right now, so.
Oh, wait, not that. Discord, business live on the air. Okay, you've got me up. All right, good,
yeah.
Good. We're in.
Everyone can see your Knuckle sweatshirt.
Yes, the shapeshifter hoodie. Had this for a while.
We should have said a Knuckle counter, and every time we said Knuckle we just add a
not the Knuckle counter. Ooh. They're gonna be mad if they watch this.
Yeah, oh yeah. I shoot.
Something tells me
we didn't officially start yet. I'll cut it.
Something tells me they might have less time on their hands than Backwash, but
yeah, that was crazy. Oh, also speaking of the August Burns Red one though, someone did comment on that one and said that their newest album was a lot different from like their other stuff, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we should have just listened to it. Just to see if it was. I don't know how much different. Maybe that was him just saving face a bit. But I was like, yeah.
I mean, differences already that I could tell just from the track listing was that they had like a bunch of features on it, which they usually would have like one, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can get her started. Kyle, would you like to intro us?
Yeah, let me just finish blowing my nose real quick.
Ew. He's got a boogie woogie.
I got a boogie woogie.
He's got a boogie.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Not Very Radio. I'm Kyle, and I'm here with Paul, and today we are going over the Knuckle Puck discography.
You gotta stop yourself. You gotta stop yourself from saying that.
It's literally ingrained in my mind more than like the actual name.
I know, because we were joking on it when we lived together. Yeah, I'm Paul, and this is the show where every week we spin a wheel. And then we listen to that artist's entire discography, and then we rank it. And then we spin the wheel again.
The thing that we do where every week Paul says that we do this weekly, which we do not. We do it monthly.
Ooh. I'm just so used to every podcast being like a weekly thing, which if we tried to do this weekly, I would probably lose my fucking mind. But
do like one album and talk about it maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. If that. We could rank like the songs on an album or something. We did that one time with Black Parade, I think.
Oh yeah, we did.
We did something like that, I think.
Yeah, that was fun. But I think this is more interesting of a
thing. I'm an albums guy. I like my albums.
Me too.
I like it when people put actual thought into their albums.
And speaking of albums, it's been a little over a month since we're kind of a week into March already. So
it has indeed. My pick.
I forget the catchphrase I had, but
it was like minute to pitch it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that is like the most accurate description of what we're doing here, but
no, we just kind of yap.
Worry not, brother. I'm pulling it up right now. My pick for our minute to pitch it this month is the new. That is not the desktop. Holy. What's going on? What's happening? What the fuck is going on in Detroit?
Away. Everything's fine.
Oh, I guess I had mine pulled up to like watch. It was probably from one of the Nick Talk sessions. My pick for the album is Casino by Baby Keem. Brand new album from Baby Keem. I got a hell of a lot of playtime out of his previous album, The Melodic Blue. Loved it. I would jam it like every day going to work. I remember specifically when I was working in the Orlando Airport Hotel, like the one that is inside the fucking airport. I was playing this like to and from work every fucking day. And man, well, that was Melodic Blue, but Casino, I've been jamming a whole hell of a lot. It's a little bit shorter, but I think the tracks are just all fantastic. I think he has stopped fucking around when it comes to just making some whack ass beats, because there were definitely some of those that were a lot of fun on Melodic Blue, but like everything here is just super, super solid. Obviously the Circus Freestyle has some fucking hilarious lines on it. So we still get some funnies out of Keem, but yeah, overall, fantastic. I said to my friend Cece, I was like, new Baby Keem album be like that one Wacky Dog meme where it's like, yo, it's Wacky Dog, say something funny. And then the Wacky Dog's like, actually, I have something serious to talk about today. That's kind of how I feel about this one. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
all right, Kyle.
I need to listen to it still. Sorry, I realized I didn't have your camera here on my thing, so I was kind of trying to fix that real quick. Let me transition back over. That's going to be our good enough moment for now.
Sounds good.
I forgot about you.
Kyle, what do we got for your minute to pitch it?
So let me tell you the pain that was February, because I came in ready to talk about Mandy Indiana's album. And then, of course, there was Converge. There was the Charlie XCX album. We had Mitski. We had the Gorillaz album, of course. But no matter how good, crazy, twisted that your music is, nothing will ever beat some good old-fashioned girly
yes,
pop,
yes,
Hemlock Springs, The Apple Tree Under the Sea.
Yeah,
this album blew me away.
I love this album.
Long enough. I'm so glad you heard of it, because like I was about to tell you, I was like, if you have not heard this, you need a list. Like,
dude, I was counting down the days. She just kept putting out more singles, and I was counting down the days till it came out. I was like, everything that she, like, all 3 singles that she put out, I was like, these are exactly what I want to be hearing from her.
I just found out about her now. I just I saw February 13th. There was a couple of other albums that came out, and I saw on this website. I was like, oh, this is getting decent reviews, but I was like, I got other albums to listen to. I don't care, whatever. It's probably just some like decent pop stuff, whatever. And then I saw like Fantano gave it the yellow flannel, and I was like, all right, I'll just put it on at the gym and just like, I'm sure it'll be pretty good. And then I heard it, and I was like pissed. I was like, why is this so good? Why did I refuse to listen? Why did I just push off on this? Because like I was like, there's all these other albums. I'm like, oh, these ones are great. I'm really looking forward to these ones. And then this one, I was like, yeah, I'm sure it's just some standard good pop, nothing super crazy. But I was blown away. Literally, like the only bad thing I had thought about it was just like it wasn't long enough. I needed more.
Yeah, I think it is a little short from what I remember.
Yeah, it's like 30-something minutes, but 33 minutes, but it blows by. And like it just sounds so good. That's the frustrating. It sounds so good. I don't want it to end.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so excited for this. Like when I was hearing the singles, because again, like I think Girlfriend was the song I had heard by her, and then I had listened to like a couple other songs like as they came across me. Like she was one that started getting recommended to me a lot when I was diving into like Magdalena Bay and on my like weirdo electric pop music playlists and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was familiar, but I hadn't really dove into it all that much. But
yeah. Well, Dee recognized. I was playing one of her new songs, and Dee recognized her from like I guess like an old TikTok song, and she was like,
"Yes,
is this that girl that goes like?" And I was like, I don't have any idea.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
Girlfriend was like a TikTok song a little bit.
Also, last thing about her is I do think, and I love her for it, when she gets to get like a little like rough with her voice, it gives me a little bit of Louise Belcher vibes from Bob's Burgers. Like just when she. I think I know what
you mean.
Yeah, it's just like it's not enough there to be like. You could do like maybe a voiceover or something, but like there's just a couple little moments where I'm like, I can hear it, and it makes me so happy.
Hell yeah.
Also, I kind of wanted to go over a couple.
Shit!
Oh,
it's the board gamers, right? Oh, we didn't combine the streams, Kyle.
Oh,
fuck! I'm knocking now. Hold on. You can see all the lovely board gamers in all of their might.
What's up, gamers?
What's happening, board gamers? I'm seeing Ames. I'm seeing Mystique. I'm seeing Ans. There's a Dana. There's a Alex. Simpy's back again. Kyle's gone because I fucking clicked on something different. I love the way I have to do this.
It's not the smoothest setup, but it's
not the smoothest setup, but we're having fun with it. Welcome in, board gamers. I am CQB Waffles, and we aren't gaming today. I actually have something serious to say. The fucking wacky dog meme I was already talking about once today.
Nothing is more serious than a white man's opinion.
Yes, nothing is more serious than white
punk.
boys talking about music. We're on our Fantano shit tonight, chat.
Yeah.
Except we're listening to pop punk, which I do not think he does.
Yeah.
And honestly, can't blame him.
What's it? Jeff Rosenstock's probably at the closest he's gotten.
That's fair. Yeah. Tonight, chat, this is a monthly show. I got it right this time, Kyle.
Yep.
This is a monthly show where we talk about a different artist each month, and we dive their entire discography. We spin a wheel to pick it at the end of each one, and we that's kind of it. We rank it. This month. This month,
There it is.
we're doing Knuckle Puck, one of my favorites from the 2010s pop punk era. Yeah, that's kind of all I got. We were actually about to get into it. We were doing our minute to pitch it, where we talk about albums that we've listened to recently. Yeah. I had the new Baby Keem. Kyle had the new Hemlock Springs. If you don't know what either of those are, you might like them.
Go listen.
Hemlock's
after the stream.
Hemlock's a much harder sell, but I swear to God, it's incredible.
Oh, it's as someone who had several albums that I was crazy excited for this past month. I was mad that I didn't get to talk about the other ones that I really wanted to talk about, but it was just that good. I'm I can't not talk about this one.
Yeah, it does stink that we're not talking about the new Gorillaz or any of the other stuff you mentioned, but I think these are
Indiana one, dude.
These are the two I was picking between, so I'm glad we both got them on my end.
If we both have the same album recommendation, we have to down a whole bottle of something.
No, it was a shot, and that was for our end of the year wrap up when we did all of our top 10 albums of the year. I don't know. That would be if we didn't do this shit on a Monday every time. It would be fun to take a shot if our albums are in the same place, but
yeah.
Sadly, it's Music Monday for a reason.
The problem would be when we just have that one stream where every single opinion of ours we have matches up, and we're taking 9 shots within an hour.
Okay, but how likely is it even that we're gonna have 9 that are all the same?
That's true.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Yep.
Kyle, as the less familiar person with Knuckle Puck going into this, what was your 9th favorite Knuckle Puck album? An album / EP, because there's 5 EPs.
Yes, my favorite was an EP, and it is probably the only thing on this list that I would put in the bad to awful category.
Oh yeah,
which would be this EP right here.
What?
The shifted one, right? I don't like it at all.
Bad.
I think the electronic drums they chose first off are just they use this almost EDM style snare. It just doesn't fit well. I think the vibe that they're going for works, but I feel they tried too hard to just use certain sounds that wouldn't work. I also am not a huge fan of his voice in some of these, which I don't really have a problem with in most other albums.
Understandable.
This one, I feel it just doesn't quite mix as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the snare, man. There's these really it's and it's gated at the end as if we're gonna hit a drop, but it's just these acoustic-y electronic things. I'm why is the snare sound this way?
That's fair. I have shifted at number 8. Not much higher up there than you. I added this in last second because I didn't realize that Kyle had listened to it and included it. I just thought it was a cool little thing, so I told him to listen to it. But shut up. It is. It's cool. I like it. Listen, as a long time Knuckle Puck fan, it was very, very fun to see them do this cute little remix album where it's I guess kind of lo-fi-ish. I don't really know what to call it. It's very weird. There's a lot of just what sounds like Fisher-Price instruments being used.
I do think some of the synths do sound cute, I will say.
Yeah.
I do like them more. I just think it needed to be... Yeah, I'll shut up.
I get it. I think it would have been cooler to see them go a little more all in on this and really get somebody who knows how to produce this style to do it. But I'm sure they just did it themselves as a fun thing to put out, because Rise Records was kind of doing this. we're getting into the labels again. They were on Rise Records when they did this. They were on Rise Records from Copacetic till 2020. So everything in between there. And like, I don't know. It was cool. It was cool in the same way that I think Cane Hill's Kill the Sun EP was very cool. Now that is all original songs, but in like this really dope, like stripped or like unplugged kind of sound thing, but with like a lot of synths and stuff. That one I think is a lot better because those songs were just written to be that. Whereas this is, you know, kind of reforming, what is it, like Wait, Conduit, Gone, Nervous Passenger.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I do like that they, let me get back to Knuckle Puck. I do like the selection of tracks that they chose to remix on here because they didn't just pick all the singles. And it was very nice to not have them just like, you know, cherry picking every single that they had. Like Twist wasn't a single, Nervous Passenger wasn't, and Wait wasn't. Gone was the only fucking single on this thing. So it was very cool to see them like take some songs that didn't exactly get the most attention and reform them in this kind of way. So I don't know. I like it. I have it on vinyl. I think I have every
novel thing.
I think I've got everything up to Disposable Life on vinyl, actually.
Is that their newest one?
That was the EP before the newest one.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have that, and I don't have Disposable Life, and I don't have Losing What We Love. But I have every other Knuckle Puck album on vinyl, including all of these old EPs. I had to scrounge for those.
Dang, you got the EPs. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I had a friend who had them, and he was selling vinyl to pay some bills, and I was like, I will gladly take those off of you. It'll help me complete the collection.
Yeah.
I even have the Calendar Days and Indecisive 7-inch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was a cool one. I think I ordered that when we were living together. I don't know if it came in when we were living together, but I definitely ordered it because it was like early 2016 that came out. Okay. So yeah, we might have been living together still.
Yeah. Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
The college era.
Yeah.
Which actually kind of brings me to my next point for my next album, if you're ready.
Oh, man, I am ready. Oh, I switched over too quick and we're in the warp zone.
Sorry. We're warp speed.
We're in the warp zone.
So this is where my my disclaimer kind of comes in. And I told you a little bit about, like, I felt like I was kind of rushing at the last minute to get more listens in on some of this stuff. And I found, because I was really excited to listen to this. Because I was like, you know, I wasn't as into pop punk as you back then, but I was like adjacent, and there were a couple pop punk bands I was into. So I was like, I'm excited to kind of get into this. And I listened, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. It's giving me like a nostalgic vibe. And then I like think back to that time when I was super depressed and pushing all my friends away and was in a bad relationship. And all of a sudden I was a lot less excited to listen to this music. So my point I'm trying to make is I think like, nothing against the music, but I think it just like I have like an adverse reaction to like hearing this sometimes. Like if I think too deep into it, because I just like would start feeling depressed again, like I was 10 years ago. That's very fair, especially considering like that's exactly where I was when I was super into Knuckle Puck. As well as like that's kind of like it was very much a style of the times. Like this is like 2000 like mid 2010s pop punk wrapped up in a nice little bow. I think they are either like the second or third best band at this style. Number one, you turned down the offer to do our monthly episode on, sadly. Which one was that?
Story So Far. 100% they are the kings of this style, like without a doubt. I started listening to so much more pop punk recently because we were doing this, and it would like Knuckle Puck album would end, and then it would either start playing a Wonder Years or Story So Far song, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm listening to those guys too right now.
There was the Rainin' in Kyoto song. I think because I've been listening to this, like that song kind of has been revolving in my head.
Rainin' in Kyoto
by the Wonder Years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, what song am I singing? And I was like, oh my god! And I was like, I completely forgot about that song, but I think just listening to this, like. It got recycled back to the front of my brain.
Yeah, kind of like spoiling my other opinions. Like, yeah, I do think Story So Far is the kings of this style, and I think Wonder Years is either second or third, depending on how you feel about them or Knuckle Puck. As much as I was never like super into the Wonder Years, which is funny because like everything I've heard by them I've loved, and then I just never went any further with it. That was weird, but all right then.
Yeah.
Since we got that, Kyle, what you got at number 8?
So the next 3 or 4 probably, are probably pretty close together. I think it's gonna be their first EP.
Yeah, I've got that at 9.
It's just obvious. Yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. I mean, my biggest in terms of like things I didn't enjoy, it was probably just I felt like some of the drums were a little samey. It did a lot of the and I was like, for like half of the songs, if not more, and when you're an EP. But the songwriting was good. Production's rough, but it's a debut EP that they probably like did themselves or went to some person for. So I don't hold that against them.
Yeah, I'm kind of same thing. Like, it sounds fine for what it is. Like, it's a band's first EP ever. I just like, this is one that I just never even really listened to, even when I wasn't that into them. I think because like I hadn't bought it on iTunes, I didn't buy like the CD, like they weren't selling CDs of it. Like that's why I had Wait That You Buried and While I Stay Secluded. Is because both of those they were selling on CD actively, and they would give us download codes for that, or like I think I probably just ripped them from that on into iTunes. Back in
my day,
yeah, back when I used to have a disc drive, and like I had the detachable disc drive for my fucking MacBook. Oh, thank you, Simpy. Have I mentioned that's why we don't use my fucking audio? Oh, hold on, let me actually kill Kyle's. There's my rankings. There you go, chat.
There we go. Oh, wait, I didn't switch over. It's fine.
Let you see it real quick. Anyways, yeah, it's like, again, I was never super into this one. It all sounds fine. I think like, what songs are even on this? I couldn't even tell you the track list. Like, I think Dead Wrong. Oh well, I guess Give Up was the or Woodwork was the like big ones. What'd you just do?
Sorry, I was just open. Oh, I did. No. Hold on. I tried to open Apple Music and misclicked.
Ooh,
it's not
he's going to the portal.
I'm sorry. Why won't it close?
Oh baby, yeah, this man's playing Portal over here. 2012. I know what game came out that year.
Hold on, there we go. Oh no, right, so sorry about that. It was right next to the Apple Music button, and I just clicked the wrong one.
But yeah, it's like. You listen to it and you're like, yeah, that sure sounds like Knuckle Puck's first EP.
Yeah.
Joe can't sing on this.
Yeah. He's not that bad.
He's rough, but it's not unlistenable. Like he's
rough is part of the vibe though, you know?
Yes. That's kind of the thing. I think rough is the vibe, but when he finally starts like singing, I think that's when they truly start to get good, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Let me find Topsters again.
Your thing's blurry for me right now.
Is it?
It might. I think it's when I opened Portal. I think it did something. If you want to like stop sharing in Discord, then reshare maybe.
Yeah, I'll try that real quick.
Yeah.
Turn camera off. Turn the camera on. Because it should just be using my camera. I mean, it might just be like a bit rate thing or some shit.
Yeah, we're good now.
Oh.
All right, so number 7?
7.
Moving quite along, and that'll probably be, I think, their next EP as well. I think similar vibes. I think it sounds a little bit better.
Is that also where I had The Wait That You Buried? Ding, ding, ding. We have a shot.
Hey, oh.
Yeah.
You want me to take one?
You. Oh, it's Monday.
No
See that? It's Monday. We gotta change the day for this.
Yeah.
I would say first Friday of every month, but then I'll be missing out on first Fridays.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, who wants to sit here and stream on a Friday when we could be going out to bars and doing drugs?
Yeah, because we do that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Anyway. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
But,
we'll save it for like the special streams or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Can't be doing this on the regular.
Weekly. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's what did I say? The weight that has you buried.
The weight that
I
you
think it's
buried.
just, yep. Thank you. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's just a step up. It's not a crazy step up, but I think it's a good enough step up to see that they're improving and be more interesting. It's got that "Where's Your Respect" song that I didn't realize was from them.
Yep, that's Knuckle Puck. That was the first song I like really heard by them because Copacetic wasn't out yet when I first started listening to them.
And I said my highlight for this one was "No Good."
Yep, that's the "Where's Your Respect" song.
Was it really? I
thought that's the one.
Oh, but I don't remember which song it came from because I didn't put the song name. But I put a little quote here, which I said, "My mind was a fortress you knew how to rupture, flanking the trenches and storming my butthole."
Oh God!
I think the original line was bunker.
Yes, it is.
But I heard it and I was like, so that was in my notes there. Every word she said, like knives in the back of my head.
Yeah, this is where I start actually loving everything. I still think this one's a little rough around the edges. Again, kind of part of the style, but like it's a little rough around the edges. I think it's kind of lame that we just had 2 acoustic tracks to, cap off the end of it. Like, it's cool. I'm not mad that they're there. I would have preferred 2 more like just fully played out songs, or like kind of like what they did with Indecisive on the Calendar Days Indecisive single. Like, Indecisive is like a mostly acoustic song, but it's like an original acoustic song that was written to be that way. It's not just like, we just played No Good on acoustic guitars and we're done.
It was a very, I feel like, early pop punk thing.
Yeah, it was.
Load up some extra stuff to give you without having to.
I mean, dog, people would do that shit.
High quality.
Yeah, people would do that shit on like albums and like deluxe editions of albums. It's like you would go buy like the deluxe edition of like a Mayday Parade album, and like the deluxe part of it is like 1 new track and then like 3 acoustic versions, and it's like, all right, dog, what are we doing here? What are we trying to do?
Where do you think Taylor Swift got her inspiration from?
Yeah, exactly. She actually, I'm pretty sure, is like a big pop punk fan.
Probably.
From what I know. I mean, she got Fall Out Boy on a song. Like, that's got to mean something, right?
Mm-hmm. And Kendrick Lamar.
And Brendan Urie, most infamously.
One of the worst.
Because that song sucks.
Didn't she like edit out where she yelled "Spelling is fun"?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I never really obviously went back and listened to it because why would I? But from what I heard, they ended up taking it down and re-putting it back up without the "Spelling is fun, kids" or whatever she says there.
Spelling.
And I was like,
I
don't know why you thought that would be a good thing to say.
Yeah. But kind of like you, my highlights for The Weight That You Buried are No Good and Your Back Porch. I love both of those songs a lot. I kind of hope they're still playing. I kind of want to go to a little Setlist FM. Cause guess what? I was actually gonna go see Knuckle Puck this month.
Ooh.
But the fucking tour was sold out.
Dang.
Yeah, it was it was Knuckle Puck. It was the Wonder Years in Knuckle Puck, and it's the 10th anniversary for the Wonder Years album. No Closer to Heaven. Is that what it's called?
No Closer to Heaven was last year.
No Close. That's like the 10th anniversary one.
No Closer to Heaven says it came out in 2015.
Yes, that's the one. It's the 10th anniversary for No Closer to Heaven.
Now it's the 11th anniversary.
Yeah. So, what the fuck? What is this set list, boys? Okay, I get that this is like a direct support set list, but this is a funny one to look at. We'll bring this up later. Anyways, I wish they would still play at least like No Good or Your Back Porch, but also I get it. They've been playing those songs for like 12 years or something at this point. Like I can't fault them for not wanting to rip those out every now and then, especially when they have much better songs at this point. But yeah, I like this little EP a lot. I think back in the day, of the 2 EPs that I listened to, it was my favorite out of the 2. But clearly by my rankings today, I don't think that way anymore. Because the other one's still in the queue.
We have so much more discography to cover now.
Yeah, I mean, I came around on the fuck is it called? But it's not. But why would you care? That's the song. What the fuck is that one called? While I Stay Secluded. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, I came around on that one out of like the two that I was listening to before Copacetic came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's hop on over to ranking number 9876.
Yes.
And I think it's time to hop around now and pick 2020.
Ooh, that's...
So,
hold on, Kyle. I'm going to reveal my pick for that one.
all right.
Let me remember.
Over to you.
Let me make sure it is what I think it is. Yes, it is.
I'm going to warp speed, so...
Yeah, my bad. I'm turning that off. My pick for 2020, I had that at third.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dang.
This was another one that I did not expect to have it as high as I did. And this little listening definitely like knocked it up maybe a space or two. I probably would have put these first two EPs over it because I don't know. This was around the time that I like fell out of the whole like Knuckle Puck thing. Oh, yeah. That goes back to that.
I think it got into the and this is where like I think I'm gonna come off like a grumpy guy who just can't win.
Not a grumpy guy.
Because I just felt like the production was like too clean where it gets a little boring. It's like very typical, like we want to make sure everything sounds really cleaned up and nice. And I kind of wish they kept a bit more roughness. I don't know if like they pitch tuned his vocals or something, but like he sounds like a different person. He sounds like Austin Knight from Water Parks.
Okay.
I heard it and I was like, what? Like he sounded like, I don't know. I kind of liked his a bit more like roughy kind of sound and voice. So I think that's why I think here's probably the mark where I'm like, all right, yeah, I would consider anything above here like as a positive. But I think for me, I just kind of prefer some of the stuff that's maybe a bit more rough around the edges, even if it is, for better or for worse, than just like a bit more clean. I also felt the instrumentation just wasn't as interesting. Like there was stuff in some of the other stuff we'll get to later on where I was like, I felt like that. I don't know. I was like, oh well, like I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I felt like I heard back in the day like it's a pop punk's easy kind of joke, and I was like, some of these guitar work. And granted, I don't know how hard it is to play, but I thought it sounded interesting, and some of the drumming sounded interesting in some of the other stuff. So for this, it felt a bit watered down, more regular pop punk sounding.
Yes, that point is very, very fair. I will totally give you that on the instrumentals kind of being like definitely like pulled back a little bit compared to how they were kind of showing off on some of the earlier stuff. As well as like, yeah, Joe is definitely a lot cleaner. However, I took that all in a very positive direction for this one. I think this is their best like sounding album production wise. Like album,
you might be right.
This album, like, I don't know if it's just my car or whatever, but I put this shit on in my car and it just sounds fucking huge. Like it is like so in your face and huge, and it sounds just beautiful. It sounds, again, like it sounds super clean, and I take that as a positive for this one. Like I think it fits this perfectly, where like this one, the main reason it's not any higher is because like it's kind of just a collection of really good pop punk songs. Like that's kind of all it really is going for it. Like I had a couple of highlights that I forgot that I knew like every word to as I was listening to it. Like Tune You Out and Earthquake, probably the title track as well. Like, but yeah, like I said, the mix is incredible. I liked it a lot more than I remembered. Fantastic run all the way from 2020 to Into the Blue. I think those like 8 tracks are just awesome. And then it kind of loses me a little bit at the end with Green Eyes, True North, and Miles Away. But even any of those, like I still know them very well and like them. But I also, hold on, Kyle. Welcome. Give me a sec.
Oh, you're good.
I have.
He's going away. I guess I'll yap. I did agree. For some of the stuff like I did when I was looking at my notes, I did think that Into the Blue was pretty good, and I said a couple before that I quite liked, and I wasn't sure if I was just getting you. Oh, he's back.
Me too.
I was just kind of confirming some of the points that I agreed with. Like I did say I liked Into the Blue and a couple of the songs before that, and I was in my notes. I was kind of saying like I don't know if it was just because I was getting used to the sound as time went on, or if maybe I just kind of like some of them better.
We got the damn. We got the goddamn 2020 overdrive pedal, the signature from this album. Yeah, they were selling it like right when the album came out. I had the album. I have a weird variant of this album as well. It was like the European like rock sound variant or something. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm supposed to have that technically, but they shipped it to me and I do have it. And then I bought the pedal too.
I vaguely looked at it when you pulled it up, and I thought it was like a cardboard box with like a chicken sandwich in it. Because I just like glanced, and I was like, oh, it's like a burger or like a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich or something.
But yeah, like it was when this album was coming out, I was like, oh my god, like Knuckle Puck, like at that point I was like, albums were 2 for 2. We've got Shapeshifter and Copacetic, like goddamn, they can't do any wrong. And then I didn't actually like this one when it came out. And now that I've listened to it again, I'm like, holy shit, this album's really good. So now I'm really proud to own this. And this was going to get used on the New No Business album anyways, but it's definitely getting used on the New No Business. It's really good sounding overdrive too. It's like the perfect pop punk sound, but I haven't had a reason to use that until now.
Till the pop punk time.
Well, it's not really a pop punk song, but you know. I don't know. Do you consider Third Eye Blind pop punk?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's question of the hour, isn't it? But yeah, I really like this one, and I am kind of, I don't know. I think it kind of surprises me that this one was like not higher for you, Kyle, because I feel like usually when things are like super clean and super well written, like that's usually I feel like when you enjoy them.
That's where I was kind of torn on. And this is why it was kind of hard, because I think there's moments instrumentally in some of the other ones.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I liked better, but this one does sound really clean. And that's where I was like, what do I prefer? And I was like, I think for like pop punk, I maybe would prefer a bit of a rougher sound. And maybe I disagree. Again, like I did have an allergic reaction to the pop punk due to some past instances of my life. But I mean, granted, again, like we were saying, I think that is just like the aesthetic. Like,
oh yeah, this was the fucking I'm a sad boy fucking era.
I'm sorry, I'll never be good enough for you kind of.
Yeah, it's like I'm just a sad boy with my fuck ass mustache.
In my comment, I put I was like, this is like you're 19, you have a crush on a girl, but you're also hanging out with some friends, and it's the summer. And you're having a good time, but you're also kind of moody.
So you were listening to Earthquake then?
I listened to the whole album, and I was like, dude, if I was like 19, and it was like senior week, and I was like...
Yeah, it admittedly was not... It was not hitting as hard at 22, but I think now, like, it's hitting harder at 28. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this one's aged really well. That's kind of all I got for it.
Cool.
All right, Kyle.
All right.
Drum it up, baby. What do you got next?
Next, going to go with
I'm getting my list prepared. I can see my rankings. Make sure they go in the right place. Cow, did I lose you? Chad, I think he's dead. Chad, I think he's dead. Holy shit. Kyle. Oh my god, I just okay, I can hear you now. I saw some fucking Windows alert come up at the bottom of your screen. I was like, he's done.
I was cooked for a minute there. Yeah, I was like, he's really quiet to my decision. That like, I was like, it's like. Quiet,
you were frozen in place, and then all of a sudden I started seeing like Windows alerts come up at the bottom. Well, I'm seeing while I stay secluded at what is that? 5th?
98765. I also realized I did not go vertical enough, so I got 4 things left in 2 spots. Let's see if I can fix that.
Wait, you what?
I didn't have enough space down here.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
Interestingly
1, 2,
enough,
there we go.
Kyle, this would be another shot, as this is also at 5 for me.
Man,
Interesting. We both picked this as like the most mid Knuckle Puck.
you say that, but I think it was.
I know. It's like it's the thing I say about like the Resident Evil games. Like even the worst Resident Evil game is like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, that's why and I was happy I did it because when I was uploading the backwash stream upload, I was like, you know what? I always kind of hate just like saying it as like ranking worst to best because I feel like it's got like, even though it's not inherently negative, it feels negative in a way.
Yeah,
like,
it feels
like
a
you're
little
gonna be like,
mean.
this thing is the worst and this thing sucks, whether or not you actually think it sucks.
Yeah.
So I changed it to just like discussing the discography, and I was like, thank goodness I did that because I don't like if she saw that and it was like we're gonna say what her worst album is. I'm like that it just has like such a negative connotation to it.
I feel like she would have seen that and saw that we both put like the first 2 albums as the worst, and she would have just been like, "Thank fuck."
Yeah,
just knowing how I am with my earliest works of music, I'm just like, thank fuck people don't like those because they're bad.
I think most people would say that just every artist should get better.
You would hope, or your Panic at the Disco, where
you
hit
it good and then they get bad and then they get worse. And
you get it right the first time and then never again.
Yeah,
or at least never to that degree again.
The main thing for me was I felt like these songs were more catchy. I felt like they were tighter, and I also just felt like it sounded a bit cleaner. This was compared to obviously like the first 3 EPs that they released. So for me, it was like, just doing what they're doing, but better and with better production. And yeah, that was
kind of it. That's a little bit closer to what I had said. I said this kind of felt like they were finally getting their feet under them, and they knew what a Knuckle Puck was supposed to sound like at this point. All the tracks on this are really, really good, even ones that like I wasn't thinking about going into this, because like I was obviously thinking about But Why Would You Care and Alexander Place, In My Room, Bedford Falls, but like even Transparency I think is an awesome track. Like it's a very funny one to listen because they were putting this out in like 2014, talking about like, you know, people shouldn't be posting fucking everything they do on social media. Now it's like 12 times more relevant with like AI and shit. And and then I mean, this is just 6 really, really solid tracks. You know, the mix is good, the singing is good, like genuinely good at this point. Like this is the point where I'm just like, Joe can sing. Like he's not just, you know, kind of yell singing like the style does. Like the man can really sing at this point. And like listening to this, I'm like, yeah, I understand why they were picked up by one of the biggest labels at the time immediately following this. Like it was no question that these guys were destined for something big. That's kind of all I got for that one. I also want to tell the story of, I guess we're getting into some of the funny controversy fun times. But Why Would You Care has a very special place in my heart, because when all the Jared Alonji Knuckle stuff was going around and they made a slightly infamous shirt that may have looked a lot like one of their own shirts that they were selling, they were like, you know, going back and forth on Twitter and like saying like, dog, you like stole this from us, like you're only making money off of like our name, like you wouldn't have a fucking job if we didn't exist. Like just some fucking, you know, 2015 Twitter banner.
You wouldn't have a job if the Beatles didn't exist.
Yeah. It was just kind of fucking stupid if I'm looking back on it the way I remember it. But, you know, they're alleging like, oh, he's like stole this design from them entirely and that kind of stuff. And the next show I saw them at, they opened with But Why Would You Care, which has the song, which has the lyric saying, "You're a fucking thief." And I was like, that's funny. Ooh. It feels a little targeted, and that's funny. So ever since then, I've just been like, yeah, I love that song. That song's just great anyways. Like, there's a reason it's the like highest streamed song on this EP. But yeah, it's got such a fun little thing to it. I've also realized that I have my fucking jury duty summons sitting on my desk, and I probably shouldn't be doing that, but yeah, they're trying to summon me for fucking jury duty in Florida, and I just emailed them. I was like, dog, I don't fucking live there. I'm not flying for jury duty.
I don't even go there anymore.
If they say I got to do it, I'm going to be like, okay, cool. The state is going to pay for my flight and my hotel while I'm there.
They're definitely not going to.
And they're not going to do that. And then I'm going to be like, cool, I'm not showing up. Send federal agents to my house, or send state agents to my house in Maryland.
Get them.
Yeah.
Get them.
Go for it, Florida. Go for it. Send state agents to my house in Maryland. You're not going to do it. It's not worth it. But hopefully they just
call us bluff.
Hopefully they just figure that shit out.
Catch him.
But yeah, well, I stay secluded. Good EP.
All right.
Yeah, Kyle, what do you got next?
My next one, and unfortunately, I thought I took notes at least on all of these, but apparently I didn't take notes on this one, which is Dispensable Life. But I did listen to it.
Disposable.
It was one of the ones I kind of went back to refresh myself on before the stream, and I liked it quite a bit. So I know that much.
It is Disposable Life, but
is that not what I said?
You said dispensable.
Oh. Oops.
But yes, I have this one right under while I stay secluded.
Okay.
Keeping with
that's kind of where I figured.
Yeah, I can kind of reveal it now. There's not a single EP I think is better than any of their albums. Yeah, I just I think what they do on their albums tends to be very, for the most part, it tends to be like a more special, more like focused thing. And I think the EPs are just like fun examples of them having some ideas that maybe they couldn't stretch all the way to like 10, 12 songs, you know?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel about this one. This one's great.
But like, I gotta be honest too, though. Like, for pop punk, I don't need it. And maybe it's just my fake PTSD, as I guess I'll call it. But I don't need a lot of it. Like, I think like the short little EPs are kind of nice. It's like I go in, I jam for 5 songs, and I'm done. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Like I do think there's something with that where yeah, it's kind of nice to have like a lot of these little EPs. Like at first I was kind of dreading it, and I was like, I don't know, it's kind of nice. But at the same time, I also don't have any EPs higher than this, so what do I know? I'm wrong.
It's listen, that's totally fine. But yeah, the I went back and forth on whether I thought this was their best EP or not, but I had to give it up to While I Stay Secluded for just the staying power of a lot of the tracks on that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
That one just...
if I re-listened to both of them, I might agree with you, but it was kind of like a last-minute moment, and I was like, oh, the production's pretty... Like, once we get, on Disposable Life, we're at the good production point, and I was like, I might like it more because production, but I'd probably have to hear them back-to-back to fully decide.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Disposable Life was it was fun, man. Like, it had more of like a alt-rock kind of feel, I want to say, rather than just like kind of straightforward pop punk. I think they were doing some very interesting sounds on here that like I don't get to hear a lot when listening to like Knuckle Puck like albums. Like I don't think these tracks would have fit on like any album, and it's definitely nice that they got to do this little EP following up 2020. However, I think they released that I think Disposable Life was released independently.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so. This was so they left Rise Records. I don't know if it was left or were asked to leave. I have no idea, but they left Rise Records. They were no longer on it after 2020. Makes sense. I think there was a lot of bands that kind of got stripped off that label over pandemic. Husband Weasel says he likes the first 2 EPs best. That is an interesting take.
That is crazy.
That is a little bit of a crazy take. I hate to say.
Yeah, that's I mean, they're good, but I just think in terms of like songwriting and production, I think they hit a higher peak.
Yeah, definitely. But
buddy, I think you've been hit with the nostalgia gun.
Yeah, it might be. The nostalgia gun's powerful, as I'll talk about in a little bit here. But yeah, they either
was on Wax Bodega.
Yeah, that's a distribution thing. Like that would have been who printed the vinyl for this little EP, I think. I don't think Wax Bodega is a label. I don't think.
Oh, they okay.
Yeah, it says Knuckle
Yeah, I
Puck
have no
under
idea.
exclusive license to Wax Bodega. So like Wax Bodega is
Okay.
the official like
Mhm.
record printer.
Mhm.
He said he wanted
Yeah.
to start a band with the drummer, but they are both drummers. Damn. That's cool though. That's really cool. And that drummer's fucking cracked, as I will talk about later. Way too good to be playing pop punk. Actually, most of these guys are way too good to be playing pop punk, but still, we'll get there. Yeah, any other thoughts on this one, Kyle? This one I wasn't super familiar with going into, but I liked it a lot. Enough to put it over fucking The Weight That You Buried, which was one of my favorites for like a long time.
Yeah, I wish I got a little bit more of a like listen on this one.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get a better, because again, like it's hard when there's so many, because you kind of have to at some point like go, unless of course like the sound shifts drastically from one to the other.
Mhm.
When like they kind of stay in a similar pocket, like I feel like I need to go back and forth a bit more to kind of be like, all right, well, how was the production sounding here? How was the songwriting sounding here?
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
Kind of like gauge it that way. Because that does make sense that they weren't, because I did like the way like it sounded, but I definitely felt like it wasn't as like clean. And I think that's maybe why it ended up so high, because I was like, it's like the mix sounds nice, but I was like, it doesn't sound as like, I was kind of surprised when they went from, was it 2020 up to this, because I was like, oh, they kind of like took off like, you know, some of the sheen that's like on that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think
it's probably just because they didn't have the whatever, the producer or something. But I liked it for it.
My guess is 2020 might have been, I mean, just looking at where they've gone since that album, it feels like almost 2020 might have been the product of like a little bit of like maybe label interference with like maybe Rise being like, you've got to work with this guy, or like we need it to sound like super clean because that's working for Mayday Parade right now, who had just signed with Rise, or like any of the other like Rise like pop punk bands. You know, I think it could be anything. Maybe they just wanted to try that for an album, and then they were like, yeah, it's not really our thing, and then they went back to it. Like, it could be anything, but yeah, it was interesting seeing them do this kind of like much more radio friendly, like more straightforward, very clean sounding album, and then going right back to making just straight up Knuckle Puck music for the next like two projects. And seems like they're building with like the singles that came out. There was a single that came out last year.
Yeah,
Nice
I
to
loved
know
when you
ya.
said that, and it seemed like it was early last year.
I guess so, because there was two that came out.
It was just singles that they did.
Yeah,
but maybe we'll get like something teased this year.
But they paired it with a 2024 single, On All Cylinders, which was October 2024.
Maybe they got canceled, or okay, maybe the album got canceled. Sorry.
People have tried before.
I was gonna say I had to cut that from the end of last stream, because I don't remember which pop punk band we were talking about, but like for whatever reason, right off the cuff, you like named one. And I went, weren't they canceled for something? And I was like, I shouldn't just throw those allegations out there. And I have no idea. I was like, I should not just be saying that.
Like, I feel like we were talking about stories. We might have been talking about Story So Far again, and people certainly tried to cancel that band.
Oh, really?
For the dumbest fucking reason imaginable. Yeah, there was a girl who was like standing on stage taking a bunch of selfies who like was not part of the crew or like anything like that. And he kicked her off the stage, like literally physically kicked her in the back and kicked her off the stage. And people got really fucking mad about that. And they were just like, he's a misogynist. He hates women. You can hear it in all of his lyrics. Meanwhile, the girl that got kicked is just like, that is one of the like top 10 sickest experiences of my life. I was also being a giant dumbass and spending way too much time on the stage. Yeah. And it was just, Twitter getting out of control as they fucking do.
People love to be mad about stuff.
Yeah, people love being mad. I love being mad. Fucking, yeah.
I was saying it at work today. I was like, I won't worry. I won't stress, but I will complain.
Yes, sir. Yes, especially on Twitter. Yes. Especially on Twitter, Kelsey Weasel. All right, what do we got next, Kyle? Let me pull yours back up.
We got... Oops, I got to pull mine back up.
Yes, you do.
We got...
Number 3.
Losing What We Love.
That is, hold on, gotta go back to mine real quick. That is number
Number
4. Yeah, I mean, come on. There's visible merch for the other 2 sitting in this room. Like, we couldn't figure that one out. All right.
And I'll be honest, I think this one was in a similar boat where like I needed to go back because I have very little notes on this. But I think just for whatever reason, like these last 2, I think I just like lost track of time, and all of a sudden I was like, oh shoot. But from what I remember, I felt like it was them getting back in the bag.
Yep.
That is the ones that we haven't talked about yet, where I felt like instrumentally it was more interesting. I don't remember how I felt about production, but it wasn't bad enough or, overly processed. So I thought it was in a good pocket. So I was impressed, to say the least. And the song, what I say in my notes here, The Tower.
Oh,
that first verse there, it's same melody as I'm Not Okay. Like for like the first like 2 or 3 lines or so, I swear by my cam.
Is it now?
It's similar. It's not exactly the same. I'm being a little dramatic, but it's.
I want to listen real quick. You said first verse?
If you want, yeah. I was like, if you want it honesty, that all you have to say.
Honesty, it's all you had to say. Oh my God, it is. It's not exactly the same melody, but it's the same pacing.
Yeah, it's very.
That's good. That's good.
It got in my head. I was like, that's funny.
Hey, let me get back to the stream playlist so it doesn't. I don't play more music I don't have the copyright to.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy of me to do. Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of notes for this, obviously, because when I listen in fucking order, it is the last one. However, I like this album a lot. I was really unfamiliar with it. I maybe gave it like 1 listen the year it came out. I was in kind of an anti-pop punk phase at that point. I kind of have been for a little while here. Although I've been getting more into it because I've been getting into like Hot Mulligan and Arm's Length, who are kind of like the new guys on the block that are really taking things over. Both those bands.
Hot Mulligan's been around for a while.
They have, but they've only recently started to get like big. Or like they've been really kind of drumming up the last like 2 albums, I think. And then Arm's Length's been on the rise. Their album last year is incredible. Some of the most gut-wrenching shit I've ever heard written. Yeah. But Losing What We Love, this is a damn good album. I was shocked at how much, again, as I got into this, like, listening, I was continuously shocked at how much I liked the newer stuff. And I think it's because they just didn't ever stop making the same, like, music, Like, they didn't really take any big swings or anything. Like, they pulled back a little bit and got, like, a little more accessible on 2020. But then Disposable Life and this were right back to where we were before. I love that there are repeating lyrics and themes on this one of Losing What We Love. And then later on Better Late, he says Losing What I Love and kind of like ties things together. I think this one, like The Tower is great. October, the title track and Groundhog Day. Like there's some really good singles on this. There's some other stuff that like I don't really care for as much. I think my biggest complaint on this one, and I'm going to bring this complaint up again, so just keep that in mind. I think the final track is not the best closer for this, and I think Better Late would have made the best closer for this album. I think you could have put Fool anywhere else on the album, honestly. Fool's a great song. I just think that Better Late is much better as a closer. You're ending it with like the Losing What I Love and like all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think track list wise, like that's like the one real mistake they made on this one. Otherwise, it's just a really solid Knuckle Puck record with a lot of really good tracks on it and like, some pretty good consistent theming. I think this like as like a new label first album, really good.
Yeah. I concur. I also think it's a very pop punk thing to name a song after a fall month.
Yeah, it is.
There's just like I hear it, I'm like, yeah. So if you were to come up to be like, hey man, you heard that song September? I'd be like,
By Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Band wrote that. okay, never mind.
Wrong month,
wrong.
August.
I'm wrong. November, August,
Yeah.
September. Not September.
Not that one. Not that one.
Not that
Early
one.
December. Well, actually, there's December by Neck Deep. That's a big one.
Yep.
It's the one that all the white girls post as soon as it turns December 1st.
Yeah. Do you remember the 21st night of December?
No.
Anyway,
usually not.
My number 2.
All right, hold on. I gotta pull everything back up. Kyle, what's your number 2? Because clearly we've got the same top 2 here.
Yep. I was hoping so, but I know this is going to be where we part ways because my number 2.
No!
Everything is copacetic.
No! Kyle!
Yeah.
Come on!
Sorry. It was close.
Chat, I mean, come on. It's number 1. Fucking, it's right there. It's right in the back. Hold on, it's shirt time.
Shirt time.
Oh, my glasses.
Take it off.
Yeah, baby.
No way.
I was waiting for the reveal. I was hoping you were number 1. Hold on,
let me go about it.
Let me go face cam so everybody can like fully see it, appreciate. There we go, baby.
I almost said when
there we go.
About the shirt, I almost said, obviously you have the shirt, man, right?
I was gonna make the joke of like, yeah, who the fuck would have bought that? It was incredibly disrespectful to Knuckle Puck. My dumbass. Knuckle Puck's biggest fan at the time would in fact buy the shirt.
Hey man, when something's funny, something's funny. I wasn't even a fan of the band at the time, but I thought it was funny. I didn't even know who they were.
Yeah.
I just heard the word Knuckle and I said, that's fun to say.
Yeah, it's very fun to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you go first because I got oodles of things to say.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put the fucking Shapeshifter shirt back on when we talk about that one.
Yeah. I think my main problem with this, because I do think this might have my favorite instrumental stuff, but I just thought the production was bad. I actually, when I went back and listened most of the time, I listened to like the remixed, remastered part. And I don't blame the band for the production stuff, but I was sitting there and I was like, yo, this band was like popular. They get signed on the Rise Records and Rise does them dirty like this. I lost a lot of respect for Rise personally, but I was like, I thought these were like a big name, but I felt like this mix was just bad. Like everything felt so loud, the drums especially. But again, I don't put that on the band. I think instrumentally and like songwriting wise, this is probably them at their peak, which is why I understand why it's probably your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said very nice guitar work, very to the T pop punk kind of lyrics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I did say there's a couple songs that felt a bit short, such as Disdain and Ponder. I felt like they just could have lasted a little longer.
I could agree for maybe Ponder. Yeah. I think Disdain does what it needs to do and gets out of the way.
Which one's which in terms of everything is copacetic? Which one says that?
Ponder.
Yeah, that was the one I was like, this is kind of it's a nice vibe change. I'm like, I'm enjoying it, and I was like, oh, it's over. I'm like, y'all were even saying the song, the album name in the song, and you cut it short like that. I was a little butthurt.
I consider that one to be more of an interlude rather than a song, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Well, but I think it was good enough to be a full song.
I think it was too.
I look at it.
Yeah.
I was like, I think there's enough here. Like, I was kind of like, oh, I'm in. But yeah, the main thing that cuts it for me was just I just didn't think it like the production or like the mix was great. But it's this high because I think songwriting wise, it's their peak.
Yeah. Now let me say, Kyle, yeah, the mix is hot fucking ass on the original. Yeah. It's so bad. However, there's a lot of Stockholm syndrome going on of I've listened to this album God knows how many times, and I'm just like, yep, that's the way it sounds. I don't care. Yeah, it sounds bad. The drums are like way overly sampled. The mix could use a little work. I did listen to the remixed, remastered one, and it sounds really good. Like, I don't know if there are layers that I was just never hearing before because of the old mix, or like if they did go in and add some extra stuff to different songs, but like I'm hearing extra like added vocal runs and like harmonies and stuff. And like, if they did go and add that, that's awesome because I think it absolutely deserves like that elevated level of production. But yeah, I love my bad production on this one. It's here's the thing is this album still sounds the exact same way it did 10 years ago. And what I mean by that is it's not an album like what's a good example of that? But you know, there's sometimes albums where you listen to them at the time and you're just like, oh, this sounds awesome. And then you go back to it like way later and it's like, this does not sound good. Like this was such a like product of its time mix and like, God, like I think of the story so far
as rock and roll.
That one too. Yeah. Save Rock and Roll and fucking American Beauty, American Psycho and Mania. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All those were just very horrible production choices that do sound like
Mania's was awful. I thought it was just bland.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I remember correctly.
I think of like the Story So Far's first album where it's just like everything is like real goddamn flat and the guitars sound like a fucking power drill. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like, it for the time, awesome. Sounds really bad in retrospect. Whereas like Copacetic, like it still sounds good. Like it's I say the production's hot ass. It still sounds good. But it has like a certain sound to it. Kind of in the same way I think of like Static Dress's music, where like Static Dress is always going to sound that way because they don't sound super clean and they don't sound like super polished. Like there's a very raw sound to it. And like every time I go back to those, like the early like Static Dress tracks and stuff, I'm like, yeah, this still sounds exactly how I remember it because it doesn't exactly sound like quote unquote good. Same thing for this. But I echo a lot of what you said about this being a lot of their best songwriting. I think this is their best songwriting. I think this is this is definitely their best like track list, like flow for damn sure.
Yeah.
They didn't fuck a single thing up here. And it just, every time I go back to this one and listen to some of the like the newer stuff, I just get a little sad that we don't get more songs like True Contrite and Untitled where they just fucking jam for a little bit. And like, I don't know. I think those are pieces that made this album super special. Is that if you haven't listened to this one before, chat, they, at the end of True Contrite as well as Untitled, they just jam. Like, there might be some like little echoey lyrics or something like that, but for the most part, they are just like jamming out, riding on like this little chord progression. And I think it just like, especially on True Contrite, just helps you sit there and just think about what the fuck you just heard. Same thing with Untitled as it's ending the album. It's like, you know, wrapping everything in a bow. That's the other song where they're going, everything is copacetic over and over again. And yeah, I mean, the singles from this one are fantastic. It is easily one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time. Like I can't even front about it. It's why I still have the fucking flag up. Even in moments where I would maybe say I wasn't as into Knuckle Puck or pop punk, I still would have glazed the shit out of this album. And I love it.
It's also got cool artwork too.
Yeah, I love the artwork. I love the little fucking paper mache frog.
Froggy.
Yeah, I love him. Froggy. But yeah, I think like again, like True Contrite, Untitled. I wish they would do another fucking song like True Contrite, but they already have a True Contrite, so what do they need to do that for? And then like Disdain is a huge one for me. That one just fucking kicks in. That was another funny moment of me seeing them live. Was the first I saw their headliner for the Copacetic tour. And they finished early because it's fucking Knuckle Puck and their songs aren't that long. And they were like, yeah. And they were like, all right, we got time to do one more. What do you all want to hear? And actually an acquaintance of mine starts screaming, I got a lot to talk about. And Joe just goes, dog, we played that like second. Where were you? It was so fucking funny. Like I think they ended up playing Stateside.
Mhm.
Yeah, Stateside from The Weight That You Buried. But yeah, it was just so funny that they were just like, and he legitimately like after the show was just like, yeah, dude, they didn't play Disdain, and I was like, no, he was telling the truth. They did play it like second. Like if they didn't open with it, it was like the second song they played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so much love for this album in my heart. It's very special to me. It used to be when I was living in college with Kyle, it used to be the exact length of my drive to band practice for my very first ever shitty metalcore band. So I'd just throw it on because it was the exact length of time that it would take me to get from college to band practice. So
nothing's more satisfying than an album that ends right when you get
yeah, getting that like last like as I'm like pulling up. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Love this album. Thought about getting that frog tattooed on me a couple times. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I might pull the trigger, but these guys tend to love to run their fucking mouths. So
yeah, that's true.
You know, I'll take my chances with that.
I wish Jared Alonji made a pink shirt that said "Everything is still so phonetic." For the remix remastered.
Listen, I get that he's a jackass, but I don't think he ever meant for it to be like as bad as it was. I feel like he was probably just like, oh yeah, like we're drumming up some beef. This will be really good. And then he probably got hit with a like legitimate cease and desist and was like, oh yeah, okay, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
That's how I could see that one going.
And because YouTube was still like, so I mean, it was a good bit. Pretty fresh in terms of like platforming and like advertising or like like parodies of songs and like covers, like all that stuff was very up in the air at the time.
Yeah, there was not a lot going on with like core YouTube, like metalcore, pop punk, like that kind of stuff. Like you had Jared Dines and then Jared Alonji.
Yeah. But like I feel like they should have like, I don't know. If I was them, I would have looked at him and like I was the Knuckle joke was a small part of a larger video and larger YouTube channel. Maybe instead of getting mad at him, we should just be like, hey, we should like do a collab, or like we could sell the shirt and give you like we could find a way to do something together with it versus just like yelling at him or something.
Yeah, I mean, like I also kind of get it because like another fun story of us seeing the first time we ever saw Knuckle Puck live. Funny enough, I hope you're fucking watching this, Joe fucking Taylor, if you ever fucking see this. The whole reason I ever saw your band and found one of my top like 5 to 10 favorite albums is because of that goddamn Knuckle joke. We literally checked them out because we were like, oh yeah, like, you know, Jared Alonji made the Knuckle joke. Like if he's joking about this band, they've probably got to be good. And lo and fucking behold, they were really goddamn good. So like, I don't know. There was some exposure that happened because of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Good exposure, bad exposure.
Didn't realize at the time was like, that's basically free advertising. Like they're like, that community is bringing up not just your band, but every other band in your scene and like the whole scene as its whole, you know?
Now, the other part of that is Jesse and I, because we are jackasses, we're absolutely yelling, yeah, Knuckle in between songs. And then Joe did, in fact, stop in between songs and goes, guys, that's not our fucking name. It's Knuckle Puck. Everybody, please say it with me. And then said like Knuckle Puck 5 times.
At that point, he's kind of like,
yeah. And then Jesse and I were just like, shit. We didn't know they didn't like this.
If you acknowledge the joke, you've lost, you know?
Yeah.
It's like getting canceled on Twitter. If you acknowledge that you get canceled on Twitter, you get canceled.
Yeah, that's the only way it happens. You gotta make a song saying they're canceling me. Fuck Ronnie Radke. Yeah. I hope he fucking dies. You can cut that if you want, Kyle.
Ronnie Radke. I'll probably have to bleep that out.
Yeah, you'll probably have to cut that. I didn't threaten him or nothing, but you know. But yeah, if they joked about this band, it gotta be good is very pop punk coded.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I will say
on,
my last point on all that is I do kind of see where they were coming from. Because, again, like, oh my God, the Viking Raid 2, raid number 2. Jesus, Music Monday is a series, Kelsey Weasel. We do this every month. It's usually the first Monday of the month, but we had a lot of shit going on at the beginning of March. But yeah, fucking, I will say my last piece on the whole Knuckle thing is that, like, I do get it as, you know, they're a pretty decently big pop punk band at this point. And at the time,
they got so big.
At the time, they were not. And when you're trying to, like, build up your band, build up your brand, and nobody is saying your band's fucking name right, I can get how that would be frustrating. When I was in actually the band that is on fucking screen right now, like, okay, hey chat, how's that pronounced? Because that's a band I was in. How the fuck is that pronounced? Exactly. Like, I can kind of get the frustration when we keep saying, like, guys, we are Vouloir. It's just French. It's not that hard. And everybody's just like, checking out new band, Vouloir. Yeah, thank you. Vouloir.
Gotta make it phonetic.
Yeah, but you're like part French, but in like the wrong way. So I don't know what to do about that, Aiden. Anyways, it's time for Kyle to reveal his favorite Knuckle Puck album, and I gotta go put a hoodie back on.
I wonder. Yeah, go change while I wonder what it could be. There's so many to choose from. No, mine's this one. The Shapeshifter. Yeah. I have to wait for Paul to get back to, I guess, like, say my piece, but just pretend like I'm saying something interesting right now. What do you think Paul looks like shirtless? Do you think he's got big nipples or small nipples?
More like the... Hi.
So yeah, Shapeshifter, number 1.
Yep, the best Knuckle Puck album, officially by way of Kyle.
Per me.
Yes, so I've seen Paul's nipples. You might have seen them earlier on the... Bro got them fat areolas, I bet. Yeah, you might have seen him earlier. He got nipple pucks! No!
At least their band wasn't called that.
Yeah, true. It could have been so much worse, boys.
Yeah.
Anyways, fucking take the Kyle.
Right, when you walked away, I said, Paul's taking his shirt off right now. What do you think his nipples look like? And that's how we got.
Oh, that's how we've gotten here. All right. Well, Shapeshifter's my second favorite. In a surprise to no one. I honestly, though, I would like to get like a Shapeshifter wall flag if they're reprinting those for like the anniversary or some shit.
I think it was great. I think it was a very slight step down in terms of songwriting from Copacetic, but I think the production was just a bit more better, and it's got Double Helix on it, which was probably my favorite song by them, maybe. That's a good choice. That is a really good choice for favorite song. Yeah. That one's just so catchy. It came on one, I went, that one's mine now. No, that's totally fair. What happened. That is totally fair. I think that was the one that a lot of my friends really liked when this one came out. Like, because like everybody knew I was the Knuckle Puck guy because of my big ass flag and the nipple puck guy. Yeah, I was the nipple puck guy. In college, and like, you know, a lot of people, like, I would post about like the album and like how much I liked it and stuff, and like I feel like 90% of people would be like, yeah, dude, I really love Double Helix, and I'm just like, it's a fucking great song. It's an incredible song. It was. I kind of had a feeling when I picked it, I was like, I think this is just going to be one of their more popular ones. I don't know if it's out of all of their songs or just that album, but I was like, this feels like it's going to be a good choice. It was, I think it was the second single. It was either the second or third single off of Shapeshifter, because I know Gone was first, and then maybe it was Double Helix and then Want Me Around. Okay, yeah, I think that's how it went. The second most popular song on Apple. Actually, I can just look. Oh, so I don't know what happened, but it says the only two singles are Gone and Double Helix. So, okay, yeah, and the train is moving forward on the arts there. That's kind of fun. 5, 6. It is the sixth top song on Apple Music. Oh yeah, hold on, let me go to there. Yeah. Oh, let me go back to there. On Pop Goes Punk being number 3. Want Me Around is third most popular on Spotify, with Untitled as their top song. Really? Yeah.
And
the
then
closer for Copacetic?
yeah. Oh, dog. People love that song. That's actually the most number of streams that they have on any individual song
but, like,
on
it's
here.
got the long ending. You think people want to choose that one to listen to?
Hey,
oh, wait,
Paul, hey,
it's the top
monster
one
meme
on
guy.
Apple Music too.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
the monster meme guy. Come on. Can't be doing Kyle like that. Anyways, Kyle, what do you love? What else do you love about Shapeshifter?
I just thought it was really solid. I thought the instrumentals were great. I didn't think they were as great as Copacetic, like I said. And yeah, I think that's really it. I just think it was, for me, the most consistent and best all around, which I think is why I'd put it here. Because have you heard me complain about 2020 being a little too overproduced, and then you hear me complain about Copacetic being too underproduced? There's just no winning with this guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, even for some of the rougher ones, like the EP While I Stay Selected, like from what I remember, like that one sounds rough, but it sounded nice. Like there was times where, like, Copacetic, I felt like hurt my ears a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
that's understandable.
Me, you know, so for me, and again, like, it's like, record label, what did you do? You had one job.
Oh, I didn't even.
Better than what they sounded like before.
I forgot to talk about the blast beats on Pretense in Copacetic. That shit was crazy. Yeah. What do you mean that guy's hitting blast beats in a pop punk band? Crazy. But yeah, I kind of know what you mean. Like, this is like, it feels like Shapeshifter and Losing What We Love kind of have like the same ish production, where it's just like, this is the standard. We don't get worse than this. We try to go better a little bit, but like, this is the standard. This is a good ass sounding album.
Yeah, in terms of best sounding production with best sounding songwriting, I think this was it. I like is it called Shapeshifter, or is it the song where they say Shapeshifter?
No. The song they say Shapeshifter in is Gone.
Okay, because that one gets stuck in my head. Like, that one's one that, like, I like kind of runs in my head, and I was like, which one? I couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, when they do the Shapeshifter. Yeah. There's no way back. There's no way
I think it's
back.
It's got the hookiness, man. It's hooky.
Yeah, there are some hooks on this song. Like, again, like Nervous, I would say, yeah, like Double Helix, incredible hook. Gone, incredible hook. Want Me Around, awesome hook. Fucking, I feel like Twist has a really good hook. Is that the... Okay, that's the I've Been Wandering. Yeah. I love this album, man. And it is interesting because it took a bit to grow on me, actually. Which, I mean, it's understandable when at the time I was calling Copacetic my favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
For the follow-up to not hit me as hard as that one. But I really came around to this album after seeing them play it live. And there were a couple of songs, I feel like Twist and Twist might have been one of them, but I know everyone lies to me. That was a song that I did not understand until they started, like, they played it live. And like, that one's got more of like almost like a hardcore vibe to it. And like, Knuckle Puck has always been a pop punk band that people beat the shit out of each other to. But it's a different level when they're playing Everyone Lies to Me. Like, people were getting like violent during that song, and it was great. I love Gone. I think that is, like, I don't know. It's easily my favorite track, I think, on this album here. It's just such a good song. Like, it's fucking, like, I don't want to say heavy, but like, it hits, and it hits hard, and it's got such a good rhythm to it. Like, I love the whole, like, running away from home theme that kind of goes throughout this album, and like, you know, you kind of got like track by track, like working through all this stuff. I do have one complaint on this album, and it's the same complaint that I had for Losing What We Love, and it's that they should have ended the fucking album with Wait. Like, legitimately, I think you could cut Plastic Brains off of this album and it would be like an absolute 10 out of 10.
I feel like I could be wrong, but maybe I'm thinking of a different album I listened to, but I feel like I had a similar thought, and I wonder if it was this album. I don't have it in my notes.
Maybe.
But I remember listening to something, and now that you're saying it, I'm like, I wonder if it is.
I just think like Wait feels like the perfect closing track on this, again, this like running away from home kind of journey. I think Wait is the perfect closing track on that, to be singing like the "You always did feel just like home.
Mm-hmm.
You were always so unreachable." I think it's the perfect way to close it.
I might have had that same sentiment, so I might agree with you there.
Yeah, I think like Plastic Brains is not a bad song by any means, but like, let's be real here. When I'm comparing it to Untitled, I think Wait at least puts up a fight. I think Plastic Brains is not a closer. And I don't know where else I would put this song in the album list, because it like thematically definitely should go last, because like it's talking about like, you know, we change as people over time. We grow and change, but I don't know, man. I have just always thought that Wait was a better closing track than Plastic Brains, and I wish maybe that one was like a single. Maybe if they coupled it in with like Calendar Days and Indecisive or something. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I will say, I didn't say it earlier, I think Untitled's a little long. I think you shave a minute or so off.
Eat my ass. It's not.
I don't know, I was listening to it, and I was just like sitting there, and all of a sudden I was like, wait, it's still going? What's happening?
Yeah.
Like,
that's the beauty of it.
And maybe it does it. I'm curious if it'd be cool if does it have a locked groove at the end of the vinyl? Like where
where it just like keeps going?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever left it on that long. I would imagine it probably doesn't, because it doesn't like, it ends on like a holdout at the end.
Yeah. I was just thinking
that would be funny.
That's the one reason why I'd be like, this would be cool. The idea like we can't make the streaming song go on forever, but if you buy the vinyl,
and it keeps doing the
cool.
I need a version of Every Time I Die's Low Teens that does that with map change at the end. I could just relive the Warped Tour experience. Have I told you that story?
You have not.
Oh, so Every Time I Die was the last band to play at the very final, like, real Warped Tour, like the last cross country, like, 2018. They were the last band to play at the last date of the last Warped Tour. And Jordan Buckley proceeded to play the ending riff of Map Change by Every Time I Die, which is the last song on their 2016 album, Low Teens. Proceeded to play that riff until they literally cut power to the stage. And it was so good. Such a good send-off for Warped Tour. Really kind of still upset that they're puppeting that corpse around for money, but
yeah, I got an advertisement for Warped Tour on YouTube the other day, and let me tell you, it was like, what they would do is they'd be like, would you rather have like $1 million or get to Warped Tour? And the guy's like, ooh, you know what? Go to Warped Tour. And then they make it. Then they say one that I don't think they should have said, given the circumstances of Warped Tour. But they say, would you rather have, go to the Fountain of Youth or Warped Tour? And the guy goes, well, Warped Tour is the Fountain of Youth. And I was like, no,
guys. Don't tell All Time Low that.
Like, that was the biggest problem with it. It was the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they really missed the mark on that one.
Yeah, somebody call up Live Nation's fucking advertising team. That one's got to get pulled.
But I did say I was talking to
You're gonna be normal. Hell yeah.
And I'll be going to my first festival since 2018 Warped Tour.
Yes, you will.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, you went to Warped Tour in 2018?
Yeah.
Really?
That was the only time I've ever been. I got a t-shirt from it. I still have it.
In Merriweather?
I think so.
Huh. I guess in fairness, we weren't exactly talking to each other at that time.
You probably didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
You were probably mad because I was being stupid.
Well, what can I say?
No, it's fair.
Yeah, I guess, because I went that year. I think Sarah and I went together, and then Henry's friend Sierra was there too. I think I was like the only people I knew that year.
Yeah, because who did I see?
I saw Every Time I Die, and
I don't think I saw anybody that I like now.
I fucking I was like watching some of my friends because a couple of my friends' bands were playing the like tiny stage that they set up every year, and I was like, yeah, man, I think I'm just gonna like hang out over here, like watch a couple like undiscovered bands, like see what like the new crop of talent's doing, and then I heard Whitewashed by August Burns Red start playing, and I just like sprinted to that stage. I was like, nah. Oh, you know who I saw that year? I saw Turnstile at Warped Tour that year.
Turnstile was there?
Yeah, Turnstile was there.
Wow.
Yeah, people didn't quite care about them as much yet. It was more of like a Baltimore thing. But I saw them and then proceeded to later that year see them Every Time I Die and Angel Dust, I think it was, on tour. And I think Vane was on that tour too. That was an insane one. Big year
Good
for
Charlotte
hardcore.
was there too at Warped Tour that year.
I don't know if I saw a Good Charlotte. I know I saw Kublai Khan because they were like the band at the time. Now they're fucking, I don't know. They're not doing things I like.
All right.
Yeah, I think that about wraps it up, man. We did it.
Yeah. I think it's wheel time.
We dove Knuckle Puck. It is in fact wheel time. Yeah. Oh, I also wanted to look at this set list real quick.
Oh yeah.
This is a fuck ass set list. What is going on here? Like, we're opening with Want Me Around. And then so they are playing No Good. They're playing at least one song.
No Double Helix, I'm not going.
Yeah, No Double Helix. Nice to Know Ya. I don't even remember. Is that a Disposable Life song? I think it is. This is a fuck ass set list. Again, like, almost makes me very glad that what the fuck? Oh, Nice to Know You is one of these new ones. Okay. Never mind. That can stay. But why would you care? Absolutely has to be there. You and I, fair enough. Plastic Brains is a weird addition because I don't know like the last time they would have been playing this. Green Eyes, Polarized, Pretense, Untitled, and then ending with Gone. Very interesting set list. Again, they're not headlining. This is the Wonder Years headliner for 10 years of No Closer to Heaven. So take that into account. But this is a weird set list, man. Like, are they like changing it every night? Like, wait a minute, they did 2 nights in Maryland? Yeah, same set both nights. Weird. There you go. Emo's Not Dead cruise. Now this looks like a fucking set list. Still no fucking Double Helix, sadly.
What that? Then I'm not going.
Oh, Copacetic album playthrough. Yeah, that's why you didn't get your Double Helix. And then Gone Tower, Why Would You Care? Want Me Around, No Good ending.
If you wanted honesty, that's all you have to say.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Warped Tour, yeah. But shit was weird looking back. All right. I have removed Knuckle Puck from the wheel. You ready for your first option,
I'm ready
Kyle?
For my first one.
You ready for it to be Young Gravy
Joji
again?
on there?
I did add Joji.
Oh,
we have a 4th album, unfortunately.
I was gonna ask you earlier. What you thought of it if you got around to listening.
I think we talked about it. Didn't we talk about it last one? Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. It's bad.
No, we talked about it.
We talked about it at friend lunch.
Friend lunch.
Yeah, it's bad. Day. New Joji's bad.
It's so disappointing.
I think my goat is washed, unfortunately. Not that he was ever really my goat, but I
was gonna say, I don't think he ever got to go. I think he could.
He could have been.
Releases like again every album cycle. He releases like one of the best songs of the year.
Yeah, like Pixelated Kisses was awesome.
Yeah, like
where's that for the rest of the album?
Yeah, I like Love You Less a lot. Like I think that song's fantastic.
That one was pretty good.
Remember the name of? Yeah.
Yeah, there's just 24 tracks and like maybe 3 of them are good, and it's like, come on, man, we're not doing this again. All right, who do we got? First spin. Oh, and the new additions are Chunk No Captain Chunk and Linkin Park.
Ooh.
And you've got Linkin Park as one of your options. That's a damn good one. That's a real good one.
Yeah.
If we do that, we have to have Jake on as a guest. It has to happen. Okay. And then your second choice. I mean, I don't think there's anything you're gonna pick Oh, that's so tough.
Oh,
Magdalena Bay or Linkin Park. Oh no.
mean. That's so mean.
Oh, that's so evil. I was saying it.
Probably like the top 2 that I wanted on your list.
Dog, I was literally saying it. I was like, I don't think there's anything on this list you'd pick over Linkin Park. And then I saw Magdalena Bay slowing down. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Kyle.
I'm going Linkin Park though.
Okay, that's totally fair. I think that'll be much more interesting.
I've been wanting to do their discog for a long time, and I just haven't really like found the time. And Magdalena Bay, I already have such like a love for that last album, so I feel like it's gonna be hard for something else that they have to beat it. So I'm like, I'll probably like their past stuff.
I also feel like Magdalena Bay only has like 2 real albums. Maybe I don't know.
Before like months ago, yeah.
I think I got to dig more into some of the other stuff, but like I've only really listened to Mercurial World and best album of all time.
Oh well, they do have actually this March they released like those like 10 or so singles last year.
Oh yeah, are they doing something with that?
Like an album type thing, yeah.
Oh, thank fuck.
So they're all already like they're I guess technically no new songs, I don't think, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it just 6 songs? I don't know.
That's a little lame, but I mean, I get it. I'm not gonna complain.
How do you spell Magdalena?
It was 8. It was 8 total songs because it was 4 EP or 4 like singles.
Okay.
And let me tell you, every one of these songs was so good.
I need to go back. I think I listened to most of them.
I definitely listened to them all. I don't remember a whole lot about all of them, but I know like Second Sleep came on a shitload for me, and so did Human Happens. Like those were excellent songs.
Yeah, hold on, let's see. Oh no, it comes out in April 17th. Yeah, the 8 songs there.
All right, I will remove Linkin Park from the wheel.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. It's gonna be some white boys doing some rapping.
Yeah,
whether we should or not.
I tried so hard.
Watch how the moon sits in the sky at a dark night. But the sun doesn't give its light to the moon, acting like the moon's gonna owe it one.
Yeah, get the bars going, man. Get the bars going.
It's it's really figuring out what's beneath hybrid theory. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I don't know though. I have been changed on all of these listens we've done.
Except for this one.
No, I did change a good bit. Like again, I would have probably thought like Wait That You Buried and While I Stay Secluded would have been higher, maybe even above the other 2 albums, but just like, man, I liked them both a lot, and I think they both did a lot right. So,
oh my gosh. So I'm looking at their discography now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like make some rules for this one.
8.
As 9. To what we consider an album to be for them.
I think there's 10 that I'm looking at. I'm thinking skip Collision Course.
Okay,
skip,
hold
like,
on.
These
We're going to the bottom.
Instrumental things.
What if I just sort it by albums? I think that would be smart. Because there's still going to be a shitload. Yeah. All right, so we got Hybrid Theory, of course.
Yep.
I think Reanimation is all like... What the fuck is Reanimation? I think it's like
a whole album.
It is an album, but I think a lot of it is like...
Oh, it's a full-scale remix of 2000's Hybrid. Okay, so we can skip that. If I have time, maybe I'll go
I think I knew we didn't need to do that. We got to do Meteora.
Yeah.
That one's not... We don't need to do Live in Texas. Minutes to Midnight, obviously. We get to do our Transformers bit on that one.
Yes.
And then Road to Revolution is live. Thousand Suns we have to do.
Living Things.
Reanimation does a lot of remixes and reworked versions of B-sides or unreleased tracks. Makes sense.
Which one is that?
Reanimation.
Oh, okay.
Thousand Suns we have to do. That one's awesome.
Yeah.
Living Things we unfortunately have to do.
Oh no.
Recharged I think is another remix album. Hunting Party. I've heard that one's pretty good. One More Light, and then I think it's just From Zero after that.
Yep.
unless magically another one comes out.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I don't think they have it in them right now.
Yeah, I don't think they need to. I think it was very cool that they did an album with the new vocalist. And yeah, I don't think they need to do much more. I think it's the same way I feel about Fall Out Boy. Like
them do like a Gorillaz type album where they just like get a bunch of different features. Because I'd love to see them like do stuff with like Poppy or like Knocked Loose, like just like play around with some of the other like newer metal artists that are kind of in the scene, and then they could dip. But I think just like kind of giving the pat on the back to some of them.
Yeah,
maybe not even their album. Maybe just like do a handful of features if they don't want to write their own album.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think they might make another album if they're really like feeling it. I feel like they probably did that album because like the band themselves was like writing a lot of music, and they were like, we got to put this out some fucking how. And then they got somebody to fill in on vocals and do like all Chester's parts and all that kind of stuff, and probably retooled it around her. But
yeah, it would have been cool probably even if they just did all the instrumentals and then just like went around to different metal bands and just like each song they got a different feature on. That would have been cool too.
There is actually a band that did that. I don't remember exactly who it is. Hayden. What the fuck was it? Hayden, who was that band where the singer died and then they got a whole bunch of other metalcore vocalists to fill in and like complete the album? It wasn't Too Close to Touch, was it? It was Too Close to Touch. Look at me.
Also, I don't know if I don't know if it's true. I think it's all TikTok. Apparently, in an interview, I guess Damon Albarn was saying at some point, I guess either before he dies or when he dies, he wants to like pass. He was thinking about passing the Gorillaz torch to like a new artist to continue.
Ooh,
which
that is certainly an interesting idea.
Yeah, which I guess he'd have to do get a new artist for as well. But
yeah,
that'd be. I'm kind of down for it, but it's also terrifying.
I feel like it would transition very well if, like, you know, say one of Jamie or Damon passes and then somebody else steps up to take over that aspect. I think it would be more seamless if that kind of happens rather than, like, you know, if, like, one of them passes and the other's like, I'm out, but they pass the torch. I don't know. But
yeah, that's fair.
We'll see what happens. I mean, again, it's a virtual band. Like, they're not real people, technically.
They live forever.
I know. 2D will always live forever. But yeah, that album is For Keeps by Too Close to Touch. And what was the word? Fucking, they had an album ready. Their vocalist passed away. And they like got a couple of other vocalists to like feature on it and like finish up some of the songs. Because, like, they obviously had some stuff from him, but they can't get anything anymore. So they got Elijah from Cane Hill, Telly from The Word Alive, and Noah from Bad Omens to kind of retool some of these songs and, like, finish them. And I think it's really cool that they did that.
That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, again, they're sitting on these, like, 8 songs that they clearly thought were, like, awesome songs. And it's like, it would be ashamed for them to never be heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, especially with, like, I feel like there's a lot of, like, pretty popular, like, metal acts right now. At least, like, in certain, like, Bad Omens, I feel like is, like, very much in, like, the niche with, like, Bring Me the Horizon and, like, Poppy's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Even, like, Knocked Loose, I feel like. So I feel like there's, like, plenty of bands you can kind of, like, pull, you know, it's not like it's, like, you're in, like, a niche of a niche where, like, you're lucky any, I don't know.
Yeah. But, anyways, chat, fucking... The next one, I know we just spun the wheel for Linkin Park, but the next one is going to be Frost Children.
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry.
Have you listened to any of their albums yet?
No, I haven't. I like to wait until we do the episode to then dive into the next band.
Okay. I went and started listening to some, and I'm just gonna apologize now.
I'm excited now. I'm ready to hear some beeps and boops.
Yeah, they get real beepy and boopy, that's for sure.
I believe it.
Especially in some of the real early albums.
Yeah. Do we want to do that April 6th?
Sure.
Let me look at the calendar and make sure I'm good. Oh, it's fucking Easter Monday.
Ooh.
Dude, we're gonna dress up like some bunnies or some shit?
You got a what?
Playboy bunny outfits for Easter?
You got yours. You could dress up. I'll get my.
I don't think I
I'll
have
get
it
my wolf
anymore,
ears
sadly.
on. What the heck?
I know. It's tragic. Actually,
Put
instead of
wolf
that,
ear.
are we... I'll talk to you in a second when I close out stream. But anyways, yeah.
Okay.
So April 6th, that'll be our Frost Children episode. And then more likely than not, the first Monday of May. May 4th. Ooh, not May the 4th be with you for Lincoln Park.
Ooh.
Dog,
I mean, if you're gonna have Jake on,
dog,
here,
we're
he's
having
gonna
Jake
be...
on for Lincoln Park episode on May. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, chat. We're locking it in.
We're locking it in. It's set, man.
Yep. All right. Let me see, because Hayden was my raid plan, but now he's here, so don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got disconnected from our little sync thing here. So
Oh, probably when your shit crashed. Yeah.
Yeah, my butt exploded.
Do Coheed and Cambria cowards? I don't think either of us really listened to Coheed. You work
I was
at
like almost into them at some point, and then I just never did. It was during my the Deer Hunter phase, if you've heard of them.
I have heard of the Deer Hunter. I do know of that band. Hayden or Bridget, do you have anybody you would like to guide the raid to? Because I got nothing. Ain't nobody I know streaming right now. And I actually mean that for once. Like, there's legitimately nobody I fucking... Oh, Hayden said Deer Hunter fucks. I'm sorry you're not in here.
Oh.
He said, Kyle, I have a keywork tattoo. I don't know what that means.
Keywork? I actually don't know what that means either.
I'm guessing it's a
while
Deer
since I've
Hunter
listened to
thing.
them. What's keywork? I've listened to... Hold on. Is it a song of theirs, or is it a... It's not an album.
Maybe?
Or are you talking about Deer Hunter? Because there's Deer
Oh,
Hunter,
the
and then
Coheed
there's
symbol. Okay, never mind.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, that doesn't ring a bell.
Who
But yeah, I think
cares?
there's this band called Deer Hunter, and then there's the Deer Hunter. And the Deer Hunter is... He spelt it right, so I'm sure. I think we're talking about the same band. And they're in a very... what if an album told a story kind of vibe? So I think he's talking about what I'm talking about.
Freak Oter? What? I'm going to just type that in. I'm going to trust you, Bridget.
Yeah. Very, very theater kid. He got the 5 acts, and then he said, I'm going to do a 6 act. And he said, psych. And then he also did the color spectrum.
Playing Among Us? Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna send this over to you, Kyle, if you want to raid as well, and send the double raid over.
I don't think I got anybody over, so I think I'm just gonna...
Fair enough. Fair enough, lad. Fair enough.
I'm just gonna say my goodbye here. Thanks everybody for watching. Links for everything is down in the description. Hopefully I'll remember to do the collaborate feature on YouTube with Paul, because I forgot to do that for the last one.
Ooh, unfortunate.
But I'll try to remember to send it for this one. But anyway, see you guys in the next one, April 6th, and or another time.
Yes. Well, we'll keep updating things in my Discord as things get closer or anything like that. And remember, chat, that you guys can play along too. If you guys want to listen to all the Frost Children albums and rank them, we will pull your rankings up, and we will be mad.
Yeah.
So
also listen to their EP that they did with Haru Nomori.
Yeah.
Just to what's it called? Soul Kiss. Their Soul Kiss EP. That's the only EP that's required.
Okay. Cool.
That's all.
Chat, we are going to be raiding out to Freak OTRT. I don't know how I'm supposed to fucking say that. But he's playing Among Us, and apparently he's playing Among Us on controller, which is some psychopath behavior. So I'm excited to see how this is going.
You got the tools, use it.
Rest of the week, chat, I am a little busy this week because I am alone at work. My other manager is on vacation, so I got to do everything right now. Me and my one tech that I have on site, because I don't have any money at work either. A lot of fun time. But hopefully going to stream another time or two this week. I think I'm going to try and do I might try and do a super casual run of Resident Evil to clear some achievements. I don't know. Insanity difficulty was too hard. I can't do that shit yet. We got to get some more stuff. But anyways, we're raiding out to Freak OTRT, and I will hopefully see you guys sooner than later, chat. Peace out.
Bye.